aka Eileen the Little Crafter. Additional information about this show, arts, crafts, and everything in between, and my Little Crafter show, which is on YouTube, can be found on my website, eileenlittlecrafter.com. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys. Okay, so I know I said I was going to do the list, but yesterday I kind of got derailed for a very good reason, trying to enjoy the last bit of summer. We went to the beach yesterday. Oh my god, it was so awesome, so much fun. So a huge shout out to my hubby, Mr. David San Jose. Thank you, my love. That was such an awesome trip. And let's see if I can do you proud with this podcast. Today we're going to be talking about the last raceless street outlaws. I think I'll name it that. Not 100% sure. I'm still working on the title here. I was going to work on the podcast last night, but honestly, guys, I'm so exhausted. I had so much fun. We just had a blast. We put in a lot of stuff. And yesterday, to try and enjoy the summer, because apparently this weekend is going to be a hot mess of rain. And, so we're like, okay. So, anyways, so let's get right down to it. This race list. All right, so who is number one? Hail to the king, Big Chief. Alrighty, so Chief takes the crown. He held it down, and he is where he wanted to be. And that was a really good race. It was really good between him and Daddy Dave, and it's just been kind of a back and forth thing between the two of them. And it's hilariously funny. There's been so much controversy that it's kind of weird. Where Daddy Dave stands at first it looked like he was with Chief, and then now he kind of seemed like after the big, I wouldn't say the big fiasco, I would have just, Chief's changing mind, that's how he put it, but the way Ryan and Dave saw it, they saw it as you messed up, dude, like, really, and I could see their point about, like, you said you were going to do it. Be a man of your word. Switch the tires. But apparently when they were doing the Canadian thing, which was pretty awesome, and I would love to see racers from other countries as well. I know that they have a lot of different racers. I know that certain countries do drifting, and I know that they don't do drifting, but I know that there are a lot of drivers that do from A to B from other countries, and that would be really, 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 really to watch. So Daddy Dave is number 2, Ryan Martin, and the list goes on. So basically, anybody, it kind of was hinted that anybody below 5 is just not royalty, and therefore cannot break the rules any which way they want. Anybody above 5 kind of can do that and bend the rules, make the rules, and play the mind games. I kind of feel like it depends on the person, in my opinion. I think that, it depends on the person, and it depends on what's going on. And Chief did notice that the Brotherhood, he has to do something in order to fix this, because when you're going to drive with different out-of-towners, you need that unity, but it doesn't seem like it's there, and therefore something has to be done in order to fix this. And I totally agree with him on that, and I wish him the best of luck. And stop playing the mind games, dude, even if it's just supposed to be for fun or whatever was going on. But when they were having that race between Screamin' Rican and Reaper, that wasn't cool. I don't know what was going on during that time, but I'm like, why did he do that? That doesn't make any sense. You claim you don't have any problems with Reaper, then why would you do something like that? It's like, It's a bit confused. It's a bit confusing. Alright, so right off the bat, there was drama going on, and apparently it seems like Reaper has no longer the passion nor the drive to be on the list, and therefore is not going to be, I guess, part of the show next year. He has been having a heck of a lot of problems with his car, and it's just been one thing after another. And he's not one of my favorite drivers, but I do feel for the man, because he has been trying so hard. He's been, asking for help. He's been given help from other drivers, and he's been trying to, really work on becoming a good street racer, and it just didn't work out. And the other thing is, he does have a YouTube channel. He was basically saying that, and I kind of feel bad, because a lot of the time I agree with that the way the show is filmed and the way things are, taken out, he says that he doesn't wait on, like in the front, because there's a lot of nonsense going on and he doesn't like it. So therefore he waits in his trailer, which would be probably me, like if I'm not liking something, and not only that, but there's no seats there. I'll be comfortable in my trailer. Like, I'm good. So, there's no seats there. Like, I'm good. Like, I don't know. Anyway, so there's a lot of stuff going on that he says that goes on the line that you don't see on, TV. So therefore he just decides that he's going to go, I'm just going to wait in my trailer. And he did not know that Sean was broke. So therefore he called him out. And then, yeah, so that kind of made him look like the bad guy. Supposedly that's what he said. I don't know if it's true or not. But, giving the man the benefit of the doubt, if that's the case, like if kind of seeing it in my shoes, if that's the case. But if he didn't, and knew that Sean was broken, that's still messed up, because you didn't call out this person. Why won't you call out this person? Is it because you're not friends? So it's a little bit of a slippery slope there. But if he says that he's not there because of the shenanigans that are going on the line, which I kind of can see that other drivers, like talking their smack, getting in your head, I kind of could see that happening. So therefore, to avoid distraction, and the headache, I would just go into my trailer and wait. So moving right along. Okay, so like I said, the Brotherhood is basically disintegrating, and Chief knows this, and therefore it's not looking good. I'm wondering what will be happening the next season. Ryan Martin is still basically after Chief, and it seems like their rivalry is pretty strong on and off the course. I wonder what will be, said about this stuff. It's pretty interesting. Because every time he keeps going back to that light thing. And I honestly watched it again, and I do not think that Chief did that on purpose. And I still would like to hear your thoughts and opinions about that. So, you can leave that comment down below. Would love to hear that. What else is going on? So, Doc is moved up. I mean, I was just, he's been really struggling, I think, for the last, 2 or 3 seasons now? And he has been really struggling, and could not believe that, I kind of agree with him that with this thing of that you can automatically call out the person above you after you race. I kind of feel like maybe the rules have to change, just my opinion, and maybe more racing could get done, and this is just my thing. I honestly liked the Sharks. I think that the Sharks were pretty cool. I like the idea of having a gatekeeper, and I think that Farm Truck was an awesome gatekeeper. I would like to see the gatekeeper switched up a little bit. I think that if they can use either the Farm Truck or the Dung Beetle, that would be cool, between him and Asian, because I know that he likes to drive the Farm Truck, and he is really good in leaving the light. So he makes some really work for it. And Asians, I admire his driving as well. So therefore, I kind of would like to see that happening. That's just me. I don't think that you should call out if you lost a race. You should be able to call out that person again. I kind of feel like, because sometimes the shenanigans of the person, like they'll be looking for the person, and the person will be sitting here or move there. I kind of feel like that's just dumb. I'm sorry. This is, for the lack of a better word. I feel that that's dumb. So therefore, I kind of feel like if you lost the race, you can't call the person back out. The person up below you can call you out, but you cannot call that person out again. I just don't think that rule is helpful in any way. That's just me, and I think that it would help people move up the list a little bit quicker and faster, and I think would add better quality of races, more races at that time. I feel that if you are broke, you should be able to say, okay, next week. That's just my opinion. If you are not broke, you should race. And if you don't race, you lose your spot automatically. You're off the list. That's just me. Or you get dropped down, and the person below you moves up to your spot. That's just me. I kind of feel like maybe instead of having like this set of rules and meetings, like the OG drivers, which is cool, because there's going to be circumstances. I kind of feel like the OG drivers should already be in place. They should call them out and say, okay, these are the people that are going to be part of the OG community. And if you race a certain amount of times, then you're part of it. If not, then you're not part of the decision making. And even if you're not on the list and you're there, like Monza is broke, which I cannot wait to see his car. I hope he comes back next year. If not, then I guess we'll wait. But I think Monza should be there. Not sure Jeff Lux should be there, but I think Chief trusts his console. I kind of feel like he's not really OG, but he's been in and out of, their show for a while now, on and off. So it's kind of like, Sean definitely, Doc, Dave, who else? And Chuck. But the problem then becomes what happens when so if one of the OGs are having a problem, what do you do then? It's kind of a weird bag. I guess you can probably call someone in, that you trust, I guess their counsel, like Jeff Lux. So yeah, so it is what it is. Anyways, that's just my opinion, what I would like for the show to see, happen, or whatever the case may be. I don't think that even if he calls a meeting before the season starts, I don't think that they are going to trust him again, and I think that they're really going to basically call him out on a lot of stuff, and he's going to have to be prepared to face that. That is going to be a hot mess. Do not wish to be a fly on the wall, and but I think this season was, like I said, I think it was really full of drama, a lot of game playing, a lot of mind. It's kind of sad to see Reaper leave, but if you don't have the passion, you should go. Do I think Johnny Knox should come back? No, because that truck is just, I don't know. It's a hot mess. Ever since Dave left it, it's been like, no, nobody else can drive me. I'm done. Leave me alone. I don't know if it's, but I still commend him for trying. It is his car. I don't know, like I said, if it's the pit crew, the driving, or all of the above. Just something about that truck is not happy. And I think that maybe they should bring the Sharks back. That's just me, so that they can fill something with a good an up-and-coming number 10 who can probably shake up the list. And, because that's what Martin was. He was there, shaking up the list. And I was like, but he doesn't deserve that. He doesn't deserve this and X, Y, and Z. And I was like, then they kind of grew on him, but now I'm like, okay, now he's just whining again, in my opinion. But that it is what it is. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna end this here right about now and tell you thank you so much for listening. I have a bunch of stuff on the blog. I have some videos up. I have also my first body positivity post up, plus size stuff, which was a really good. This is funny. It kind of, and I'll tell you about this post. It kind of fell on my lap. I was thinking about what to write about my first plus size, my journey being a plus size woman, stuff like that. And I've just been really encouraged by a lot of the people that I've been seeing through Dia & Co themselves. And I've been really inspired by a lot of the women who are doing podcasts, videos, what else? Blog posts. So I said, I do kind of my own little thing of clothing. I decided that I wanted to do a blog, and I said it's not a different blog or anything like that. It's still on the Eileen the Little Crafter's blog, or you can look at it at eileenlittlecrafter.com. And the response has been overwhelming. It's like 200 and something hits. And I have to thank all my fellow Dia & Co members who took a look at it and sent me messages letting me know how great I looked in my swimsuit. That was not my intention, but I'm so grateful for that because that made my day. My intention was to let everyone know that these things happen. And no matter what your size is, that you should be able to be comfortable in your swimsuit. Yes, it's gonna shift. Yes, it's not gonna always fit each week. Like 1 week, I remember fitting it great, and then the next week is not fitting so great. This week, I'm like, yesterday I was like, it's okay. It's shifting a little bit, but it's okay. So you're gonna have that, and it just really is really an interesting thing. And I kind of felt a little self-conscious while people staring at me in my swimsuit, and I had to fix it. I'm not trying to flash anybody. But it's kind of weird when you're like, oh man, I'm trying to do this. So can you not watch me while I'm doing this? Or I'm just walking here, So it was pretty interesting, and I'm not going to stop wearing a swimsuit. I'm not going to stop anyways, at the end of the blog post, I just wanted, we as women, we get teared down enough already. So therefore, at the end of the day, whether you're plus size or whether you're not, we should be supporting one another and cheering each other on and not making one another feel uncomfortable. So that was my main purpose of this. And like I said, this blog post fell on my lap. I decided to use my experience and try to make it so that, yes, it had some negative, stuff happening. It had some things that I opened up about, and that had some hopefully empowering message that let's not tear each other down. Let's build each other up and enjoy, ourselves and our journeys together and separately and all that other good stuff. So, but I hope that you guys take a chance, and read that post. Let me know what you think. Or you can always email me what you think about this podcast or whatever. I did also have on the blog, which I'm a little behind. We were driving home. Actually, I have some more photos and stuff like that of the beach of Coney Island. So, guys, check that out as well. Again, all the good information can be found on my website, eileenlittlecrafter.com. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them down below. You can always email me, or you can always email me your comments or questions. My email address is eileen@eileenlittlecrafter.com. Thank you for listening, and have a great day. Bye for now.